colors. I noticed in that last shot of all the umbrellas here, trying to keep these folks shaded from the sun. Here we go. Scott and Lori Ackerman first out.
In the 8 cut, they put a 54.59 on the board. They ended up as the slowest, making it into the 4 cut. Whenever I say that, it is not slow by any stretch of the imagination. But if you're going to make it to the 2 cut, you've got to get a little bit better.
It is 4 seconds slower than the leader, and that's the only real way you can make a comparison to the machine of Johnson and McNeil when it comes to the Ackerman pair here.
Seasoned veterans, they've been doing this for a long time, have also managed to stay married that entire time. So God bless them. They are accomplishing 2 very tough feats out here at one time. The 2-pump jump is the name of the boat, and so far, he's been on his march. Scott Ackerman trying to pick up the pace here at the very end of this 4-cut run to see if he'll be one of the 2 finalists, charging hard right to the end of the stripe, 54.84. Unfortunately for him, it's actually a little bit slower by about 4/10.
Dennis Hughes, Mattia Haskey up next, and that is the machine called Overkill.
Last time out, these 2 put a 53.85 on the board.
Second quick for the 8 cut, and then we'll try to do the same here. One of, I think, 3 flamed machines in the house here today so far. Nice clean looking run, nice line.
You can also see the placement of the engine itself as he just turned that thing on a dime. But the placement of the engine, needless to say, is the heaviest thing inside of that boat, and it is absolutely critical to the balance of the weight of that boat to help that thing turn.
It most certainly is, and these things are not very long, and for purpose they're not very long. They want to be able to turn on a dime, and you know, I don't know whoever come up with the term turn on a dime, but I mean really turn fast.
52.37 seconds, that's an improvement of 1.5 seconds. A beautiful job. The other half of the 4 count is coming up.
On March 17th, Australia becomes the battleground for a dramatic new war as 6 world champions fight for glory. The Grand Prix of Australia, presented by Royal Purple. March 17th, live, 1:30 a.m. Eastern, only on Speed.
We picked a great seafood place. We do have one warning, though. It's a tad bit pricey. And hopefully we caught the chef in a good night. Fingers crossed. Cannot wait to go to this.
Every time we go out with your friends.
Golden Corral's pan-seared seafood and more is one incredible value. It's all the delicious tropical tilapia and shrimp scampi you want. It's also non-stop new sirloin beef tips, hand-breaded calamari, and more. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for one low price. Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
ReadyLift, the leading name in truck and SUV leveling and mild lift systems, has the suspension solution for every late model truck owner. ReadyLift suspension make installing larger wheels and tires while achieving a leveled or mild lifted look. Easy to install, strongest on the market, with a full line of leveling, SST mild lift, OEM quality rear lift blocks that will make your truck look and drive great. The most respected name in the mild lift business has your lifting solutions covered. Visit www.readylift.com.
We're back with Lucas Oil on the edge. And I have to say, the team to beat today is the Canadian duo of Corey Johnson and Gary McNeil. Will the engineer and contractor from Maple Ridge, British Columbia, make another run that's almost 3 seconds faster than any other competitor? Let's go right back to the action in Washington.
All right, here's the other half of the 4 cut, Werner and Horton. And psychologically, they want to beat Johnson and McNeil, who's thrown that 50-second pass out there, but they don't need to worry about that right now. All they need to do is worry about the 52.37 that Hughes and Haskey have put on the board. That guarantees them a spot in the final round.
That's exactly right. Now, Warner.
And an early mistake will eliminate them from competition here in the 4 cut.
Oh, man. Watch again in replay. You can see it right there, just a little bit long on that left-hand turn, and that will put you up on the muddy old grass right there and take the Jolly Roger team out of the action here at the 4 cut.
So a tough break for Eric Werner and Jana Horton as their day will end here. A very respectable run, don't get me wrong, but they're not going to make it to the final round. Corey Johnson trying to get in there right now.
Him and Gary McNeil, I will tell you, this bunch knows their way around the place. And probably the most consistent fast machine here on the property, without a doubt.
For them, 54.84 is the mark to beat to get into the final round. Of course, in the previous round, we saw that blistering run of a 50.86 second run. I mean, some 2 to 3 seconds quicker than everybody else, which is unheard of.
Yeah, in this sport, it's usually decided by tenths of a second. But right now, this machine, in the first cut, was 2.5 seconds quicker, and now just under 2 seconds quicker here in the final 4. Beautiful run, Ken. I mean, picture perfect. And wow, look at the number again.
He actually betters his 8-cut mark of 50.86 to 50.81, and without question is the boat to beat out here. We'll find out if Hughes and Haskey have anything left.
We love to hear from our fans. Go to www.facebook.com and become a fan of Lucas Oil on the Edge. Join our OTE private group or like our page. Then post your comments about this Lucas Oil on the Edge episode.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinions, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Heads up.
Everything you love about Geico. Now mobile. Download the new Geico app today.
It's time for the Polaris XP sales event. Sportsman XP, Ranger XP, Razor XP. 3 extreme machines, 1 extreme event. Get up to $1,000 in rebates and financing as low as 3.99% on select models from the world's best-selling power sports lineup. Deals this extreme won't last long. Get to your Polaris dealer for up to $1,000 in rebates and financing as low as 3.99%. Only during the Polaris XP sales event.
Getting to work is a challenge sometimes. But for 7-time off-road champion Carl Renesetter, going to work is half the fun. The General Tire Grabber is engineered to be smooth on the road and tough off-road. So whether you're on the road or off, you can be confident when you're driving. General Tire, anywhere is possible.
This Lucas Oil on the Edge telecast is being brought to you by Lucas Oil. Made in America, sold to the world. General Tire, anywhere is possible. Ready Liftoff Road Suspension, a new revolution in off-road suspension design and development.
Ah, yes, some fun with dust. We're back here at OTE, and we're down to the final round for the super modified category here. It will be Hughes and Haskey, along with Johnson and McNeil. Johnson and McNeil have been blistering fast out here today, but to Hughes and Haskey's defense, they shaved off 1.5 seconds between the 8-cut and the 4-cut round. Now they've got to chop off another 1.5 seconds to get into the hunt.
You know, unlike any race car, you got to wonder exactly what can these drivers do, what can these crew members do to these boats to make them a little bit better. Some cases you can change a prop. There are other things you can do within the steering, tighten the steering boxes, but there's not a lot of things like tire changes and gear ratios and so forth that you can do in these boats. It's pretty much all in the hands of the driver and the co-pilot. Nice looking run, Ken. Oh!
Boy, and you can hear just a little bit as it goes up and bumps the limiter. That is RPMs without going forward, which of course is costing them time.
When you hit that rev limiter, that means you have gone past the high side, if you will, in the RPM range. But I gotta say, Matty is pretty happy with the run and should be at 52.89.
Very solid, very consistent. Last time out, 52.37, 52.89. But I will tell you, if Johnson and McNeil do what they have done in the first 2 rounds, they will lock it up. On the tough side, it's hard to repeat, much less do it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, they've gone 50.86, then 50.81, exactly 0.05 of a second away.
And making it look easy. Typical deal, you know, sometimes it looks like they're going slow, but slow is fast, as it is typically a bit smoother.
Yeah, the smoothest looking run, sometimes a violent run always goes, oh man, that's going to be fast, that's going to be good. This is a smooth run, and as I mentioned, they were last to come out in every round. They had the opportunity to watch the boats in front of them and see what they needed to do. This is a good one here.
And pitches it in sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, how about the quickest run of the weekend in the final round? Every single pass a little bit quicker than the one before. Congratulations to Johnson and McNeil for coming out here and laying the smack down. Corey and Gary did a great job.
Well, guys, the Canadians are in the house. Team Liquid Addiction, the 55, Corey Johnson behind the wheel, Gary McNeil, the navigator, and you guys, congratulations. 3rd win on the year. You were fast all day long, so it's fitting that you're in Victory Lane.
Yeah, it worked out really good. We love this track. It's our favorite. You know, it's just an awesome place to be. The crowd's great, and had a really good time. Richmond Engines for building the awesome horsepower out here. You know, it stands up good every day. You know, that's all we can say about it.
As